Hey now, what's going on, everybody?
We've never gotten any complaints of our intros. Unbelievable.
Not that you know of. I deal with them all the time.
That's it. That's called Doug Cohen. Send him the messages of how much you hate his intro.
No. We'll take that offline.
Yeah, okay. I'll take it. All right. IoTNuggets.com.
IoT Nuggets. This is episode number 2 with NuvolinQ, not the second IoT Nuggets, because we've been at that for a couple of years now. But this is the second segment with Mr. Maurizio Tersigni, the president and CEO of NuvolinQ, based in Toronto, one of the leaders in the IoT space. And in the first episode, we talked a little bit about who NuvolinQ is. And in this episode, we're going to continue the conversation, get into security a little bit. Don't want to steal too much of your thunder, gentlemen. So I will leave that to you. Steve, take it away.
Awesome. Thanks, Doug.
Thanks, Doug.
Maury, in case, I can't imagine people wouldn't see episode 1, but just in case they don't.
You rated, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We should make it on our YouTube channel. We should make it a prerequisite. They have to see 1 before 2.
Exactly.
So, for a quick overview, just give us, who you are, background, and the company background, real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Maurizio Tersigni, president of NuvolinQ, and NuvolinQ is a provider of secure wireless connectivity for IoT requirements for enterprises. So we provide the wireless connectivity you need in a secure and highly available fashion anywhere in the world for our customers.
And so tell us a little bit about that. So what's your approach to security? I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in our IoT space, as it relates to security. What's your approach?
And it's a key thing. We view security, Steve, as a key element in the whole IoT space. And as you probably know, some customers, it's their first thing on their mind. Some customers don't even think about it, but we see it as a constant. So we've built security right into the fabric of what we deliver in our service. So how do we do that? We provide private static IPs with every single connection, no matter the carrier we use, no matter what region in the world, we provide that connection. We also do that on a private APN. So that in and of itself provides a pretty strong layer of security, but we go further than that in the fact that we secure through encrypted channels how we interconnect with our carriers. So we've got the security starting right from the carrier through to our cloud infrastructure, where we overlay the private APNs, the static IP, the private static IP, and then we put in other tools such as whitelisting for our customers. We put in IMEI blocking. And we provide a complete layer of connectivity from end to end that is secure. To go further than that, because we secure the connection as much as we can. What we can't rely on, because it's a changing environment all the time, is all the cybersecurity threats that are out there. So what we've done with our carrier partners, we've had them invoke at their end, where they connect with us, their tools for cybersecurity sniffing, so to speak. So that they're all constantly looking for anomalies, things that just don't look right. We've installed that same capability right in our infrastructure that allows us to then, if we see some anomalies, we can separate it, quarantine it, doesn't affect the rest of our customers, doesn't affect the rest of the network, and allows us to take a look at see what's going on. And we can either give it a clean bill of health, or we fix it, or we eliminate it. So we can rely on ensuring our customers a very secure experience as it relates to their network service, and I think it's what's really attracted us to a lot of our banking customers. They're in the categories I mentioned earlier. Security is first and foremost in their mind, so they're very pleased with what we can do for them. For some of our banking customers, the whitelisting we do for them on an IP and URL level is quite extensive. and some that they have mentioned they haven't been able to get directly from the carriers themselves. So they're very happy with our capabilities in that regard.
So who are you selling to? I mean, you obviously, there's always these CISOs, that are involved. There's the head of security, there's the operations and the IoT people. Who are you pitching on this unbelievable suite of security?
That's a great question, because typically we sell to what we'll call is the CIO office, so the technical people at the enterprise. Invariably, we very quickly find ourselves talking to the guys involved with security, because they've got all the questions and they want to do all the testing. So they get into the conversation. They're usually the first ones that want to do testing. They'll test the security parameters. Once they're satisfied, we move over to more the production guys who want to test throughput, and they want to make sure that the connectivity is good. So we end up, especially for like the banks, our customers who are very sensitive to security, we don't have any discussions where it doesn't include the head of security and then their security office.
Excellent. So one of the crazy things about our industry is the explosive growth has caused this lack of technical customer care and support services that usually are occurring in our industry. I know that you guys have spent an exorbitant amount of time addressing this. Tell us a little bit about the comfort that I would have in utilizing your tech support and customer care people.
Yeah, so we have spent a lot of time and effort to establish that. And it's mainly because you look at the, having come from the telco environment, you look at the experience, and it's very easy to kind of point out, what are the three common complaints you get from every single customer, and it's usually billing followed by customer service. So we made a point of addressing those things, especially customer service. So we monitor all of our customers' connections. We have a network monitoring group that does that. They're located in diversely from east to west, so we can follow the sun for our customers. And because we have customers in other parts of the world, we then hand off to a group in Asia to continue to monitor and have always a live body looking at these things. Mm-hmm. So we can provide them the service they need. And it allows us to, for our large customers, we actually provide SLAs, because we're very comfortable making sure we can give them what we promise we'll give them, and we put an SLA behind it.
Great. And then lastly, and we know that you have been extremely successful in the wireless payment area, and we've talked about that whole industry being really, we hope they're successfully controlling the security aspects of it.
Right.
Why has the wireless payment industry chosen you guys to be able to go forward with their needs for their SIMs and everything in between?
Well, again, since we're on the topic of security is one of them. So we've been able to prove to them that we can give them the security that they're looking for, and in some cases, customized capabilities that only they need. Mm-hmm. What do I mean by that? Again, I mentioned whitelisting. Some of the banks require an extensive list of whitelisting capabilities that we are very easy able to not only provide for them, but give them a platform that they can make changes, because those, as extensive as those lists are, they change them every quarter.
Yeah.
So we can make those changes very quickly for them. Secondly, we provide on the customer service side, the merchants who are really the important guys. They're the guys using the service, but they're not our customers, because we deal with the banks or the people in between. But we address the merchants' requirements as well in customer service. Simple example is we developed for primarily the payment industry our ScanLink service, which allows you to scan a QR code on your device to get optimum customer service simply by when a merchant decides he's got a problem with his payment terminal, he's got to call in a repair, and invariably he gets asked, well, okay, what's the ICC ID, what's the IP address? The guy making pizzas doesn't know that. He just knows his terminal's not working. He can't get people to pay for the pizza. So all he has to do now is he uses his own phone, scans a QR code, and that opens up a ticket in our network operating center with all that information readily available. We do a quick triage, we fix the problem, or we hand it off to our banking partner saying, you've got a problem with your device, you may want to send them a new one. So frictionless customer service that makes him happy. The guy keeps making pizzas, doesn't have to be a technical genius to call him.
Excellent. All right. And how do people find you?
You can find us on website, NuvolinQ.com, or on LinkedIn.
Awesome. Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Maury, for episode 2 and learning a little bit more about the security aspects of what you guys provide the industry. So thank you so much for your time.
Thanks very much, Steve.
Doug.
Thanks, Doug.
Take us out, baby.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. And, it's always funny for me. Every now and then I'll pick something out that I hear is kind of a layman in the industry. And it was just funny to hear you say, Maury, when you were talking about certain customers, that there's a range from those who really are concerned with security and those who aren't that concerned with security in 2024, that there's companies that it might not be as.
It's shocking. The reality is that they all should be concerned about security, but some of them don't put it front of mind. So
yeah, interesting stuff. All right, well, thank you once again. Great segment, gentlemen. Maury, thank you very much for your insights. Everybody, like they said, you can reach Maury and his company, NuvolinQ, at NuvolinQ, right as it says under his window there, NuvolinQ.com. And you can also visit BH IoT Group.com. Steve's going to point to it. There he goes. Perfect. Well done, Steve. And join us again.
I'm not quitting my day job, I can tell you that.
Exactly. And join us again. We will have another segment here with Maury to talk a little bit more about NuvolinQ and what's ahead. So thanks again, everyone, for joining in. See you next time.
Peace.
Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.